and welcome to This is Private Practice. We are back for Thursday. It's Thursday. Goodness me, what a big day. There's just been a big day. Have you ever had days where you kind of just get to the end of it and it's been a really big day? I had that uncomfortable thing that happens to many of us who still manage businesses but still do clinical work, in that I had 6 clients back to back today. They were all coaching clients, so that was pretty cool. And I started at 9, which is usually my start to the day, although I did start earlier today, and I went right through until 3. Now that was, I knew it was going to be intense and I knew it was going to be busy, and I just turned up and wanted to be prepared. But for some bizarre reason, I still got caught out by the phone calls, the text messages, and the emails. And I still let myself get distracted by those things. And I still somehow managed to get frustrated because I couldn't do all the things for all the people all at the same time. That's when I needed to shut everything off, not have my email open, put my phone away in the drawer, and have some good boundaries and just be available for my clients. I find when I try and manage the business and deliver and respond to administration and deliver and do QA and deliver and engage with my team and deliver and manage referrals and deliver, I find I'm exhausted by the end of the day. And it's all of that hat changing and getting yourself into a different headspace, and sometimes even having to change your tonality or your energy levels. Make sure you're reading the situation right. So is it any wonder that I'm really tired by the end of today? Hello, Carol Rose. Lovely to see you here, and you're awake. So that's good, I'm assuming. I'm looking forward to having a look at what you sent through to me earlier. It's been interesting because I wanted to berate myself and beat myself up for not having everything done and finished today. It would have been so easy for me to do that, and so easy for me to fall into the trap of I've got so much to do, and not give myself the perspective that I needed to say, hang on, you've focused on the things that needed your attention today. And I had the privilege of having a consultation with a therapist from the US who I've never worked with before, have tremendous respect for. And we started chatting, and she shared with me that she's not proud of herself in her business at the moment. To be honest, I think she has focused on the right things. In the first 2 years of getting her business up and running, she has focused on getting clients through the door, doing the work, marketing, online and offline. She's full. She's got a waiting list. As far as I'm concerned, as somebody who's been doing this for a while now, that was the right thing to do. However, she was feeling this incredible sense of shame about all these other things in her business that she didn't feel were up to par. And she was getting herself overwhelmed because the gap from where she wanted to be and where she is was insurmountable for her. And I really had to check in with myself, because it wasn't too long before I had this conversation with her that I was doing that. Well, your emails are out of control again, and you're late on that thing again, and that client's waiting for you and you haven't responded to that, and Carol's still waiting for you to send her the summary of our session last week. And all this guilt and shame was trying to attach itself to me, which is never, ever, ever helpful. Have you ever noticed how unhelpful it is when we go to a place of wanting to feel guilty and we want to feel shame, and we try to operate out of a sense of obligation? So fortunately, as I was speaking to this wonderful woman today and heard what I was saying to her, I was able to coach myself out of the situation that I was finding myself in, and go, you just need to focus on the things in front of you today. That's all you need to do. And tomorrow, Joe can take care of the things that are on the calendar for tomorrow. And Monday's Joe can take care of the things that are on the calendar for Monday. And it took a lot of pressure off. My energy levels improved. I spent some time in the kitchen with my husband. We've been ships passing in the night again this week. I was really thrilled that I was able to help her understand that she hasn't done anything wrong. She's not broken. She hasn't done anything wrong. That the things that she's talking about are fixable. Just the same way as me feeling overwhelmed by my emails or perception that things aren't as up to date as they could be. it's not helpful, and it's actually inaccurate. Could I finish moving you, Carol? Well, that would be an awesome procrastination strategy for me. Yeah, I don't know if you want me moving you. I don't tend to have the attention to detail, and I certainly don't have a design head in my body. Can you see that? Very good at function, just not so great at the design. I also had the privilege today of reflecting with a couple of my practice building clients on their development over the last couple of years. I've had the privilege of working with a couple of clients now for a few years, and we did some testing and measuring of their progress in terms of their leadership development. I had a sense that they were needing to grow and gain some further insight into their leadership development as their team has grown and as their roles in their business have grown. And it was such a great exercise to do, to be able to see just how far these women have come and how they're pushing up against their growth, but the growth of their business, but also the growth in themselves. It's so easy to be consumed by what we don't yet have, and our vision for most of us is so much bigger than what we can see right now, and so much bigger than what we can do right now. We don't actually know how to do the things required that will bring that vision about, because we're still learning the things we need to do to get on our way to the vision. I never ever wanted to be the person who said that. I wanted it to be different. I wanted it to be, I can handle $1 million a year turnover. I can handle 100 grand a month turnover. I can manage a team of 20 people. Give it to me. I can make it happen. But what I'm realizing is that we all have these developmental stages, and they're going to be different, and they're going to be a bit, unique for everybody. But every time we do something new, we have to get uncomfortable, and we have to address our innate behaviors or our comfort behaviors or the things we're used to doing, because those things won't necessarily be helpful for us in our new stage. Welcome, darling Adele Latu. It's lovely to have you on this call today as well. So being able to reflect back to these gorgeous ladies about how far they've come and their growth and their development actually made me realize how far I've come and the growth and the development that's taken place in me in the last couple of years, as I've had to address my money issues, as I've had to address my leadership and my ability to coach and my skills in financial management. And it's quite surprising. And I often reflect on the 90 days, like every 90 days I'll go, what have we done? What have we achieved? And I'm very good at the hard and fast facts around the data, which is usually around money and goal attainment. But I think I need to include some of that, development of myself, how is my leadership? And I'm sure there's tools around that we can use to measure all of that, but I'm happy for something qualitative in me to help me understand how I'm tracking towards where I want to go and how I want to be perceived and how I actually just want to be as a human being. So, bit reflective for a Thursday afternoon there, aren't we? But it has been a big day, and I had a lovely time with my client yesterday afternoon, and he thought it would be great fun to do a This is Private Practice together, which is strange, which means he knows about these on Facebook, but even though he's a clinical client, and I had to politely help him understand why that's not appropriate and why we won't be doing that. I just thought it was fun that I had a client who wanted to be a part of a This is Private Practice video. So tomorrow is Celebration Friday. I am looking forward to hearing from people who are celebrating something. Make sure you come prepared with something that you can share, and that I can pour you a glass of bubbly water and drink it with you on tomorrow's call. I really enjoy the Celebration Fridays. I really, really enjoy being able to capture my week and capture what's been going on for the people involved in this community as well. So enjoy your afternoon, your evening, your morning, and I'm looking forward to talking to you again tomorrow.